Zen for insomnia. Let go and enter the deep sleep you deserve. There's no need to try tonight. No need to earn your way into deep sleep. It's already waiting for you. Like a river, patient and steady, waiting for you to stop swimming upstream. So close your eyes, not because you should, but because you can, not to escape the world, but to return to your place within it. The soft, still space where Zen meets sleep, where breath meets silence, where surrender becomes the most beautiful prayer. You don't need to do anything else now. You've done enough. Let the night hold you. Let sleep find you. Let go, and let the deep sleep you deserve gently carry you home. In tonight's journey, before we begin, a gentle note: this isn't just a video, it's a space. A quiet space where you are allowed to pause, to breathe, to let go. There will be moments of silence woven into this journey, no voice, no words, only soft music and your breath. These are not empty spaces. They are part of the meditation. Moments for your mind to rest, for your heart to soften. Let them hold you, not rush you. And as we near the end, you'll notice the sound gently fading, easing you into deep sleep. Without effort, if you are still here, fully present until the last breath of this journey, you'll receive a small gift, a simple bedtime practice. Not just to help you sleep, but to slowly, gently, transform how you live. Let us begin now, together. In gentle. 1. The restless mind. Why insomnia is more than just sleeplessness. The room is quiet, maybe too quiet. The air feels still, but your mind, your thoughts, are not. They keep pacing the floors of your consciousness like a worried parent waiting for a child to come home. No matter how many times you shift positions, fluff the pillow, or close your eyes tighter, sleep remains just out of reach, like a distant shore you can see, but never quite swim to. This is what insomnia feels like. But it's not just about the absence of sleep. It's a deeper, more complicated ache, a kind of inner restlessness that whispers, something's not right. You lie in bed, your body tired, but your mind wide awake, digging up old memories, future fears, unfinished lists. It's not just sleeplessness, it's a spiritual tension. In the Zen tradition, this state is not a mistake. It's a mirror. It shows us the clutter we carry, the noise we haven't faced, the emotional dust swept under the rug of productivity. Zen master Shunryu Suzuki once said, "When you sit, you sit. When you sleep, you sleep. When you eat, you eat." That is Zen. But what happens when we try to sleep and instead we think? We overthink. We replay conversations. We bargain with ourselves in the dark. The truth is, we don't lose sleep because we're weak. We lose sleep because we're still holding on to control, to identity, to pressure, to shame. In Western culture, especially here in the US, success often means staying busy, being productive, proving your worth. But sleep doesn't speak that language. Deep sleep comes when we feel safe, not when we try harder. There's a saying in Zen: let go, or be dragged. That tug you feel in your chest at 3 a.m. isn't just anxiety. It's your inner self begging you to let go, not because you've failed, but because you've done enough for today. You've carried enough. You've tried enough. Science, too, is beginning to echo what Zen has taught for centuries. Neuroscience shows that when the mind is caught in constant thought, it activates the sympathetic nervous system, the part responsible for alertness, stress, and action. In contrast, deep sleep requires the opposite, the parasympathetic system, where the body finds rest, repair, and stillness. But to shift into that state, we must feel emotionally safe, grounded, peaceful, and peace doesn't come from solving everything. It comes from accepting this moment as it is. You see, insomnia is often misunderstood. People think it's a problem to fix. But maybe it's a teacher, a sacred signal from the soul that something inside you needs tending. Not fixing, not escaping, just being with. So tonight, instead of fighting your insomnia, what if you gently welcomed it? What if you let the insomnia become a doorway, not a dead end? What if, in this very moment, you whispered to yourself, I am safe, I am enough, I don't need to figure it all out tonight. In Zen, the practice is not to empty the mind, but to watch it gently, without judgment. Let your thoughts rise and fall like waves. Let them come, let them go, without following, without resisting. Just observe. The truth is, deep sleep is not something we force. It's something we fall into, naturally, when we stop holding on. Like autumn leaves surrendering to the wind, like a candle slowly melting into darkness. And so, if your eyes are still open tonight, that's okay. This is not failure. This is a quiet invitation to return, to breathe, to be. The deep sleep you deserve is not far away, it's closer than your next breath. And Zen isn't about becoming someone new, it's about remembering who you've always been beneath the noise. Let's walk gently into the silence together. 2. Letting go the Zen way, the power of non-attachment. There's something tender about the way night holds us. The world becomes quieter, gentler, less demanding, and yet, for so many, it's the hour when the weight of the day finally catches up. In the hush of the night, thoughts come rushing in, regrets, fears, what-ifs. Sometimes, the very act of trying to sleep becomes another task to do well, another battle to win. But Zen whispers something different. Zen invites us not to fight with the mind, not to conquer the night, but simply to let go. Letting go. It sounds simple, doesn't it? But for many of us, especially in modern Western life, letting go feels unnatural. We are taught to hold on to goals, identities, control, to the idea that if we just try harder, we'll earn rest, earn peace. But sleep doesn't come to those who push, it comes to those who soften. Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh once wrote, letting go gives us freedom, and freedom is the only condition for happiness. If in our heart, we still cling to anything, anger, anxiety, or possessions, we cannot be free. When we lie awake at night, holding tightly to our worries, our roles, our unresolved emotions, we're clinging. Even the desire for sleep can become something we grasp too tightly. And the paradox is, the more we chase deep sleep, the further it runs. Zen shows us another way. In the Zen tradition, non-attachment isn't about rejecting life or pretending nothing matters. It's about releasing our grip, softening our hold, trusting that things can be as they are without needing to be controlled. Like clouds moving across the sky, thoughts come and go. Like leaves on a stream, emotions float through us. We don't have to grab them. We don't have to push them away. Just notice, breathe, let them pass. There's a quiet strength in surrender. Not the kind of surrender that means defeat, but the kind that means peace. It's the strength to stop resisting what is, and to start resting in what already is enough. Tonight, as you lie in bed, if your mind starts to wander, you can gently return to the breath. Let each inhale be a reminder that you are here. Let each exhale be a small release. Let go of the day, one breath at a time. You don't need to fix anything right now. You don't need to explain, prove, or plan. Not tonight. This is not a time for doing. This is a time for being. And in being, healing begins. You might imagine yourself floating, weightless in a calm lake. Nothing to hold, nothing to fear. The water carries you, just as life carries you. When you stop struggling against it, the same principle that applies in Zen meditation applies here. Non-doing is the path to deepest presence. And presence is the doorway to deep sleep. Letting go, in the Zen sense, is sacred. It's not giving up, it's giving in. Giving in to trust, to simplicity, to this moment, just as it is. And the beautiful truth? You don't need to be perfect at it. Just the intention to let go is already powerful. Each night you practice, you strengthen a new pathway in your body and brain, a rhythm of calm, a softness in your spirit. So if your thoughts return, let them. Smile gently at them, like you would at a child who can't sleep. Then turn inward, back to the breath, back to stillness, back to the quiet truth that you are safe, and you are enough, even now. This is the heart of Zen. This is the art of surrender. And this is the beginning of the deep sleep you deserve. Let go, breathe, rest. Three. The body knows, reconnecting to the present moment through breath. There's something sacred about the breath, so simple, yet so powerful. It's the very first thing we do when we arrive in this world, and the last thing we do when we leave. Yet in between, we forget, we move so fast, we live so much in our heads, that we lose touch with the one thing that never leaves us, our breath. When sleep becomes hard to reach, we often try to think our way into it. We make mental lists, play back conversations, imagine different futures, search for solutions in the dark. But Zen teaches us that the mind cannot rest the mind. Only the body can do that. Deep sleep doesn't begin in the brain. It begins in the body. And the body, wise and grounded, is always right here, in the present moment. Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh offered this simple practice. Breathing in, I arrive. Breathing out, I am home. That's it, just that. No fancy techniques. No need to analyze or fix. Just arriving, and allowing yourself to feel at home in your own being. When you lie in bed tonight, you don't need to do anything extraordinary. In fact, doing less is often the key. Let your body feel the mattress beneath you. Notice the warmth of the blanket. Listen, softly, to the sounds in the distance. Then, bring your awareness to the breath, gently, without force. Breathe in. Feel the air entering your nose, filling your chest. Breathe out. Feel your body melt just a little more into the bed. Again and again. You may not notice it at first, but with each breath, your nervous system begins to shift. The body slowly turns down the volume on stress and turns up the dial on rest. This is not wishful thinking, it's neuroscience. Deep breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the part responsible for relaxation, repair, and deep sleep. Even just a few minutes of soft, conscious breathing can guide the body into this restful state. And here's the gift: no matter what your thoughts are doing, your breath is always available. You don't have to fix your mind to fall asleep. You only need to return to the body and let the body lead. There's wisdom in your chest, in your belly, in your heartbeat. Zen encourages us to trust this intelligence, not the racing thoughts, not the mental stories, but the quiet knowing of the body. Your body does not live in the future. It doesn't worry about tomorrow's meetings or yesterday's mistakes. It only lives here, now. And the more you anchor into the now, the closer you move toward true rest. You might imagine each breath like a gentle wave, washing over you. With each inhale, you draw in peace. With each exhale, you release tension. You don't need to push anything away. You simply need to allow. If a thought comes, welcome it. Then gently return to the breath. If your body feels restless, notice it, then breathe again. You are not doing this wrong. You are not broken. You are simply remembering how to be with yourself kindly. This is the essence of Zen practice. Not escaping life, but meeting it fully, with presence, with softness, with trust. And from that place, deep sleep becomes less of a goal and more of a gift, a natural outcome of being here, of being real, of being home in your own skin. So tonight, as your head rests on the pillow, give yourself permission to do nothing. Let the breath breathe you. Let the body settle. Let the mind drift like clouds across an open sky. You don't need to be anywhere else. You don't need to be anyone else. Just here, just now. The body knows, and it will guide you, gently, into the deep sleep you deserve. 4. Midnight Surrender. Why sleep is a spiritual practice in Zen. There's a quiet truth that only the night knows. When the world slows down, and the noise of the day fades into a soft hum, something deep within us begins to stir. Not the busy mind, not the running thoughts, but the part of us that longs to be held, to be still, to be free from needing to do, fix, or prove anything. This is the soul's hour. And in Zen, this moment, this gentle threshold between waking and sleep, is sacred. You see, in Western life, we often treat sleep like a chore, or worse, a luxury, something to get enough of, so we can function the next day. We approach bedtime like another item on a list: close the laptop, brush teeth, scroll a bit, shut the lights, try to sleep. But Zen offers a different lens, one that sees sleep not as escape, but as a kind of surrender, a return. Zen Master Dogen, a revered Japanese teacher, once wrote, "To study the way is to study the self. To study the self is to forget the self." And what is sleep, if not the nightly forgetting of the self, the ego, the roles, the striving? In those hours of deep rest, We drop the identity we've carried all day. We let go of being the achiever, the parent, the partner, the planner, and in that letting go, we come home to something far more real. In Zen, sleep is not separate from practice. It is the practice, not in a rigid or structured way, but in the way a leaf falls naturally from a tree, or a candle flickers low before going out. Sleep is not something we must control. It's something we are invited to receive. But that reception requires trust. And that's where so many of us struggle, especially in the stillness of night. Trusting that the world will go on without us checking it. Trusting that we are enough even if we didn't finish everything today. Trusting that we can let go, and the ground beneath us will still be there in the morning. For many Americans, this is deeply unfamiliar. We are conditioned to always be on, always be alert, always be in control, and so when it comes time to sleep, our minds resist. They resist rest, because rest requires surrender. But Zen gently reminds us, surrender is not weakness. It is wisdom. Tonight, as you prepare for bed, consider this. What would it feel like to treat sleep as a spiritual ritual? Not a task to check off, but a sacred return, a return to softness, a return to innocence, a return to the quiet truth that beneath all the striving, you are simply a soul in a body, needing care, needing kindness, needing rest. You might light a candle, or place your phone face down and out of reach. You might write one sentence of gratitude, or take 3 deep breaths before lying down. These small acts aren't about performance, they're about intention. They say to your heart, you matter, your rest matters. Because in Zen, even the smallest action, done with presence, is a doorway to awakening. And what greater awakening is there than realizing you are worthy of rest? Simply because you exist, there's no need to try tonight. No need to earn your way into deep sleep. It's already waiting for you, like a river, patient and steady, waiting for you to stop swimming upstream. So close your eyes, not because you should, but because you can, not to escape the world, but to return to your place within it, the soft, still space where Zen meets sleep, where breath meets silence, where surrender becomes the most beautiful prayer. You don't need to do anything else now. You've done enough. Let the night hold you. Let sleep find you. Let go, and let the deep sleep you deserve gently carry you home. 5. The deep sleep you deserve, healing through stillness. There is a kind of healing that doesn't come from answers, but from stillness. A kind of comfort not found in words, but in presence, and a kind of deep sleep that arrives, not when you chase it, but when you become quiet enough to receive it. You deserve that kind of rest, not because you've earned it, not because you've finished everything, but because you are human, and being human is enough. In the Zen tradition, we return again and again to this truth. Nothing is missing. Even in your insomnia, even in the tossing, the turning, the anxious heart, there is wholeness. There is space. There is peace, hidden beneath the layers of noise. Healing doesn't have to be loud. It doesn't have to be fast. Sometimes, it's a soft moment when you realize you no longer have to try so hard. That's what deep sleep really is. It's not escape. It's permission. A permission to rest in who you are. A permission to set it all down. All the worry, all the trying, all the stories you've told yourself about what should be done before you can finally feel safe. You are safe now, right here, right now. Zen reminds us that nothing needs to be added to this moment to make it sacred. The breath is enough. The quiet is enough. You are enough. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting that you are held, even when you stop holding on. It means allowing life to cradle you, just like sleep does. When we stop fighting it, Zen master Eihei Dogen once said, "Do not follow the ideas of others, but learn to listen to the voice within yourself. Your body and mind will become clear and you will realize the unity of all things." So listen now, not with your mind, but with your heart. Your body is already moving toward rest. Your breath is already slower. The silence has already begun to soften your edges. You don't need to go anywhere else. You're already home. This deep sleep, the one your body longs for, is not out of reach. It's here, within you, waiting patiently for your return. Let tonight be the night you stop running. Let tonight be the night you trust the stillness. Let tonight be the beginning of a new relationship with rest, one filled with grace, softness, and the quiet power of being fully present. Woman in lotus position, your practical Zen practice for tonight. Before you sleep, place one hand gently on your chest and one on your belly. Feel the rhythm of your breath. As you inhale, say silently, "I welcome peace." As you exhale, whisper within, "I release the day." Do this for just 3 minutes. Let it become your bedtime ritual. You'll begin to teach your body that rest is safe, sleep is sacred, and peace is already here. With regular practice, this simple act will rewire your nervous system and reshape your nights into sacred space. This is how we bring inner peace into real life, not through theory, but through gentle daily action. If you are still here, at the end of this video, here is your reward. Regular practice will help you transform your own life for the better. If you found this experience helpful, and you want to continue your journey toward deep sleep and inner peace through Zen, we invite you to subscribe to the channel Buddhism in You. Every video is a step deeper into presence, balance, and quiet healing. If you'd like to listen in longer, uninterrupted, soothing sessions, visit our playlist, Zen for Deep Sleep. There, you'll find a seamless series of videos, softly flowing from one to the next, no breaks, no disruptions, helping you rest deeply for 1 to 3 hours or more, depending on how many videos you let play. Or, if your evenings are short and you simply need a 30-minute moment of peace, feel free to enjoy videos like this one, each one crafted with care to fit into your nightly rhythm. You always have choices here at Buddhism in You. Choose what your heart needs most. And if you'd like to support this growing space of peace, we welcome you to leave a comment below. Share your thoughts, your reflections, or even just a single word describing how you feel. We read every message, and your voice truly matters. Thank you, deeply, for being here. See you tomorrow night, here,